Welcome back to another episode of Listen to Leo. This is part 2 of a 2-part series in which we take a podcast episode, download it, transcribe it, and then use OpenAI and LangChain to extract information from it. So just a quick recap. In part 1, what we did is we used the RSS feed to grab a single file. So we pulled it down, transcribed it, and threw it into a text file. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use LangChain, OpenAI, and ChromaDB to parse that information, chunk it up, and use it to answer questions that we might have about that podcast episode. So let's get into it. Next, what we want to do is we will take that text, split it up, and put it into a vector database. And so just call it ask.py. All right, so we've got that there, and we can quickly set that up. Okay, so first thing we got to do is read in the file. Now we've got our transcript populated. Okay, perfect. So we've got OpenAI and Chroma installed now. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and set up our ChromaDB client here. Let's see, it's indexing. It'll pop up here in a second. So basically, I'm just giving it a name of Danny Miranda since that's the podcast we're using. And also, we need our embeddings function. And again, we'll use decouple here to pull our OpenAI key, and then we get the OpenAI embeddings. Basically, what it's going to do is it's going to create this directory of Danny Miranda, which will be the storage for Chroma, and then it'll use a collection name of Danny Miranda. All right, and now we can go ahead and split up the text here. And so I'm using the token text splitter, and this is something that I started using more. Basically, instead of splitting on like characters or any number of different criteria, it actually splits on OpenAI tokens, which is how it kind of parses the text and everything, and that's what it bases billing on. So it's so in this case, like 250 tokens is about 1,000 characters, which is I find that to be a pretty nice size chunk of the transcript, so that when we do the searching and everything, you'll be able to find what you need with enough context to be pretty good. All right, and so then we will use the text splitter to split it. Then we will add it to the client, which makes it searchable. Excellent. And now what we need to do is we need to set up the chain that will allow us to query the data from that collection. All right. And so first of all, we'll set the retriever from the client, which is just a LangChain terminology. Basically, it allows you to use a vector store as a method for answering questions as part of a chain. And then we'll set up the memory because we're a conversational chain. And now we've got, then we actually do the conversational retriever chain. So we pass it in the chat OpenAI model. In this case, going to use GPT-4 just because it's better. And then add in the memory, the retriever, and we'll do verbose output just so we can kind of see what's happening a little better. And so let's go ahead and see if we can extract the challenge from this episode. All right, and we'll let it run there. Oops, forgot to install TickToken. Okay, so as you can see, it pulled a bunch of different chunks from the transcript and then asks what is the challenge, and that'll take just a few seconds to complete here. Alrighty, and there we go. And so the challenge from this episode is to face the truth, no matter how painful it is, and to make a conscious decision to change patterns of behavior. that is a fantastic challenge. I hope you follow it. And most importantly, I hope this was helpful. This is an incredibly powerful mechanism. If you wanted to follow up, you could even create like a chatbot based on these episodes, and do all sorts of things to extract this information. So explore it, have fun with it, because there's so much you can do with it. And the only person who knows the best possible use for this kind of technology is you. So go out, have fun, play with it, and figure out how to make it work for you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.